to be able to endure our own excesses, Lord Jesus. Empower him with your wisdom, O Lord, so that he will be able to handle us, his students, nicely and carefully. Father, we beg, O Lord, that you be with us, O Lord. Help us, O Lord, that at the end of this class, we will not come here with empty head and go return back empty-headed. Rather, we will gain more knowledge. As we have come, O Lord, we will not return empty, but we will go back with lots of knowledge in our brains. In the mighty name of Jesus. Father, we ask that you bless us. Bless everything that will be happening today. Bless our family members that we have all around us and those at homes. Father, bless every one of us and see us through, oh Lord. In Jesus' mighty name we've prayed. Amen.
Please, let's type amen on the live box, live chat, please. Help me type amen, the live chat. Okay. Thank you very much, Stella.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Today is day 7, if I'm correct, or day 6. Is it day 6?
Today is day 6.
Okay.
Day 6.
Okay. Started on Saturday. Today is on Thursday. All right. We are using the platform of Retech Consulting Limited. They are doing a kind of a promo to reach out to youths on one of the trending skills, which is known as data analysis. Okay, they are into trainings for government parastatal students and anyone that wishes to learn, especially these tech courses, data analysis, cybersecurity, ethical hacking, and so on and so forth. So with this break that people are now, this August break, they actually want to focus on data analysis. Okay. So my name is Ubongo Basi. I'll be taking you on this data analysis all through, and it's a 30 days course, as you could see, and today is day 6. So we're running through all through the month of August. Although there is a schedule that the 3rd week we may have a break because of the program that we are having. But nevertheless, as soon as the program is over, we'll continue to the end, and then we'll take our exams, and then we call it off for this segment. All right, that just by the way. Let's continue. This kind of a welcome note. The world is evolving. However, this is the second time we are going through this course. So we want to see kind of a crash course today. So I will expect us to come up with questions and just type it on the text box. I want to also effectively use the text box and the icons around, the thumbs up and all that, so that we'll keep the training lively and to identify that there are activities ongoing. Okay, so the world itself has really evolved. You can agree with me that even the computer you are using, which is your laptop today, was not like this. Even 15 years ago, the speed, the versions, a lot of things have really taken place. And compare it with the computer itself when it was first birthed. So a lot of things has really taken place, and you agree that we are in the AI regime or AI dispensation. So the world is actually evolving to something very, very serious. And the interference of man and system is reducing as AI is being introduced on all the aspect of life. AI is introduced. If I want to expatiate a little, initially people do get to produce drugs was somehow difficult, somehow. But now, because of AI, now when I mention AI here, as you know, it's artificial intelligence. So it's like an accumulation of data that makes it have the intelligence we're talking about. So AI is artificial intelligence, it's not man's intelligence. So the information that a man has, assuming you are an expert in sewing clothes, and then someone has sat you down and extract these processes and procedures and then streamline them into principles and then try to create model out of them and store them into the system and then make it to try to reproduce what you are producing with your hands in reality. Like you sew, and then we capture the way you do all those things and put it in a machine and tell the machine to sew like you. Some will say robotics and all that. Now, when once the machine is able to sew like you, now we can now from that basis we can manipulate the machine to do better than you. You get? Are you following me? Please, if you are following me, give me a thumbs up. If you are following me, give me a thumbs up. Okay. It seems you are not following me. I've not seen any thumbs up yet. Can you hear me?
I've sent mine.
All right.
You can't see mine.
Oh, perhaps it's not popping here.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So these are the advantages of extracting the wisdom from a person, a human person, and then try to transcribe it into a machine that the machine can do exactly what the person has been doing or is doing, and then the person himself will not rest. There was one king that was saying that people who struggle, like the people who work hard, will want their children not to pass through that terrain. And then the children will now become enjoying the harvest. Now, when the children now have their own children, you know, there's how he put it, that they will now become weakling because the people who work hard, the workers make them to be strong, that they can work when there is inavailability of the machine itself. So now, but the children does not have that manual upbringing, that in case there's no light, we can still achieve the result manually. So it will now rotate. He was trying to explain that rotation of life, experience. So, but what am I trying to say in essence? They have tried to reduce the meeting point of man to any duty or any assignment. But how did this come to pass is accumulation of data. Now, coming down to our level, going to school, even you attending to this class, you want to accumulate information. You want to get information. You want to get knowledge. That's the same way artificial intelligence became relevant because of enough big data that has been supplied into it. And you also have the ability to outsource different information on a particular thing around the globe in a split of seconds. So this is actually the the focus when it comes to artificial intelligence. Imagine me telling you that artificial intelligence is also part of this course. That how can you use AI in cleaning data, doing the whole data processes from beginning to the end, of which by God's grace we'll get to that end. So that is just the background of everything. This is about the company, as I said before, Retail Consulting Limited. They are into technology, empowering individuals and institutions through practical digital solutions. And then they run on cybersecurity. They deal with everything about technology. But their main goal is to make sure people can really be relevant in any terrain, whether it's AI or normal computer age or anyhow it is. Okay. So this is the 30 days data analyst marathon training. It's actually called marathon because it ought to be running morning and night for 30 days because the course itself should be 6 months intensive training. But since we are dragging 6 months into 1 month, we need to run it both morning and night. So these are some of the courses that is being trained that you'll be exposed to, of which I pray that we'll get to touch each and every one of them before the end of the training. And then we can continue the advance or the master class after the 30 days is over. Okay. So we need to discuss about the difference between a data analyst and data analysis. So analysis is the processes of cleaning up data, getting information, cleaning them up, diagnosing the data, and then processing it and bringing out information out of it. Now, the person that does these things is called an analyst. An analyst. So, data analyst is the personnel that runs data analysis. This is very, very simple. The personnel who analyze this data is called data analyst. We are looking at, these are also the courses we'll be looking at, of which you need to take note of it in case you were not taught any of them, you draw attention to it. But I believe you need to add artificial intelligence here. In fact, let me add it now. Need to add artificial intelligence. Okay. All right, so AI. All right, so we open up the course data analysis masterclass training. So this is the introduction. It's remarkable that data exists everywhere. It's impeccable that data exists everywhere. Data exists everywhere. Imagine studying Stella. If I want to study you, it's just to come and stay close to you, or perhaps either monitoring you from afar or monitoring you very closely. And what am I doing? I'm getting information, I'm getting data. How is your day from when you wake up till when you sleep? What do you do per time? Then how do you behave on Monday? How do you behave on Tuesday? How do you behave when you go to work? And how do you behave when you don't go to work? What do you do in fact, let me just chip in this. In a security terrain, I just, if I can mention some, maybe I will not mention names, but in a security in pedestrian, if they want to actually find out who you are, somebody, you will not know that there's an intelligent person around you that will disguise completely. His job is to know who you are from beginning to the end, getting information about you. And that is data. So data exists everywhere. The more information you have on a thing, the more knowledge you derive from that thing. Data is everywhere. So it's not just someone say data is in banking, data is in this, even in church, in politics, there is data. In games, there is data. So all other things have their number data that we all agree with. But down to psychology, there is data. Studying of people, there is data. So data is everywhere. So the new landscape is marked by continuous high volume. Okay, we now saw big data that we use as our assignment. Big data is when the data is so complex and is too much, and most of the times they are in different forms, different lands, different type, etc. Sometimes we call them structured and unstructured and all that. So these are being categorized under big data. It's because they are severely massive. That is why they call them big data. Right? Favor, are you with me? Favor? Stella, are you with me? Wow. Mr. Shola, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I noticed Stella and Favor has been logged out. But let's continue.
Maybe it's the network.
Yes. Maybe it's their network. Okay. So we also want to see the difference between data analytics with data analysis. So I needed to change analytics to a name that we can easily, differentiate, which is data science and data analysis. Data science and data analysis. So as we discuss about analysis, we said that data analysis is the cleaning up of data to examine insight from the information. Now we have information of the past and perhaps the present, and then they processing to process this information to gain insight is known as data analysis. Now, data science, which is also known as data analytics, therefore means using the data that has been analyzed already to predict the future. Once you have started to predict the future, then you are already a data scientist or data analytics, as the case may be. So that's why we need to bring this out, that data analysis is diagnosing, especially of historical trend, while analytics itself is prescribing the future and actions based on the diagnosis you get. So once you start prescribing using the facts that you have, then you're already in that science, right? If you understand, please give me a thumbs up. if you are with me. Okay, Favor, you are back. Stella, you are also back.
Sorry, my network was logging me out and back.
All right. Okay, so and when it comes to data analysis, there are some tools that are being used, just like the ones we have been using, which is Excel and SQL, sometimes R, but it's not that deep R. R is a programming language, right? So just as SQL, structured query language, and Python that we're talking of here is the Jupyter Notebook aspect of it. We all know that Python also is a programming language as well, and all that. So, but when we're using all these tools, we're using the peripherals of them, right? But when we get into data science itself, we're looking at machine learning. We can still use the same tools, but Excel is not part of it. So that's why you could find out that we can use Tableau, Power BI, and machine learning platform which TensorFlow, and even Python can also come here to be used, as the case may be. And then you have in mind we have AI and others, right? So these are what will be used to predict the future. Now, you agree with me that the weather forecasts, those that works in the meteorological centers, they'll tell you that rain will fall tomorrow, rain will fall next tomorrow. In fact, they have so done it that they can even forecast for complete 1 week, right? So how do they get that information? How was it possible? Is they first of all got the information, which are the data, analyze them, and then launch all of them into machine learning and start predicting the occurrences that may take place later. In fact, there are some countries that have frequent earthquake in some places. So people have sat down to get information of the earthquake, their occurrences, and also sat down to check the soil. A lot of information have gone down, right, to analyze and bring out a kind of a prediction that there might be earthquake here, there might be earthquake there might be something here. People should evacuate the place. Apart from those physical, physical signs that may be seen, right? And what else? There are a lot of things that do predict as well, that requires getting of information. Yes, this is solar eclipse. That's what I wanted to mention. Eclipse. They will tell you when eclipse will take place. Eclipse of the sun, eclipse of the moon, and all that. Now it's because of they have been keeping this information a long time. Not now, before today, it was data science that helps to get these things done, right? But today, people are going to moon, so it's not really a big deal for them as of today, because they have surrounded the moon times with that number. A lot of countries have sent people, astronauts, to the moon, and they are doing a lot of things, calculation, the perimeter, circumference of the Earth, the other planet, and they can give you the accurate down to the second that an eclipse will take place. It's no longer a big deal, or a 95% accuracy and all that. Now they can give you 99% accuracy, because they have actually gone to the moon to do a lot of physical calculations and and assessment, if I want to hit it that way. Please, if you understand with me, just write I understand in the chat flow, so I know that they are communicating. Favor, if you understand, tell me I understand in the chat. If I'm too fast, tell me, please, I should slow down. Stella, please indicate, am I too fast or I'm too slow? Or I'm normal?
Stella, sorry, sir. The network has been off and on. I don't know if you've been seeing me on your screen. I go off and I come on. I go off, I come on. It's
Okay.
network from my end. So your network is not clear, or maybe it's from my own end. So I'm just reading through. Thank God we've gone through this part before. So let's continue. I will just be following.
All right. Favor, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Do you understand? Have you typed understand in the chat box?
Yes, I typed it already.
Okay. Please. Okay. I saw something. Yeah, a bit too fast. Okay. Thank you very, very much. I will take it slowly. But do you understand me to that point, or should I go back a little?
I understand it to that point.
All right. So these are kind of a summary of between data analysis and data science, as you can see. So data analysis, the goal there is to understand the past and the present. For data science, the goal is to predict the future and automate further decisions. And automate further decisions. You need to get that. After predicting the future, they build a model, build a model that can be fed with information at any time, and it will automatically predict itself or predict from the data it has received. And it can also be kept on a direct synergy, so that nobody will come back again to do the automation and all that. They can keep it on a direct synergy with analysis, so that once analysis is done, you can just channel your data and push it through the channel, the canal. It will pass through analysis by itself, and then once analysis is done, analysis will pass it to data science by itself. There's nobody there to do all those things. That is why AI is important. AI, once you get to AI, let me just chip you this. You just pick up your data from wheresoever you got it. Your own is just to feed the data. In fact, there are some AI that you even need to feed it with data. You tell the AI you should go and get the data by itself, and AI will go and fish out data by itself. And you tell it after fishing it, do the analysis. Are you there? Can you hear me? Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So AI can go and fish out the data by itself, run the analysis procedures, and launch them into data science procedures, and do the prediction and do the automation. I'm telling you, as simple as that. So you find out that all these things we are doing, copy and paste, claim, do this, AI will do it by itself and bring out the result. But most times AI is, even you find out on their page, they will tell you that they are not 100% accurate, and you need to check your info.
Yeah, they can mix up data.
Yes, so they will also tell you that you should check and confirm every information. But that is the beauty, and that is what all AIs are trying to cut. That is their target. They want to be 100% accurate. All right, that is what they are targeting. All right, so approach is descriptive and diagnostic for data analysis, and then data science is predictive and prescriptive. Please, can Stella, are you there? Stella, can you hear me?
Sir,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, please explain in clear terms the meaning of predictive and prescriptive in English terms. No, okay. Prediction and prescribe. Maybe you'll be able to now explain. This normal English, just normal English, not any. What does it mean to predict, and what does it mean to prescribe?
Network.
Sir. Hello.
Yeah. The floor is yours. The floor is yours.
Sir, no idea. To predict.
Forecasting. Forecasting into the future. Like a prophet can prophesy into the future or look into the future. And prescriptive is just like a kind of providing solution or kind of like what do you call it in the medical term now. I'm looking for this medical terminology. Like a doctor will prescribe, pharmacist or doctor will prescribe drugs for patients. That's just the layman understanding of the two. Predictive is looking into the future,
Oh, please.
forecasting into the future.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Please,
yeah, even hearing.
thumbs up. I'm hearing you. Thumbs up and
Okay.
love. Send love to Mr. Shola. Please, everybody should give love to Mr. Shola. All right. So it's very easy. Predict. Okay. Stella, you don't watch match. Always predict who will what's the end product of the match now. That Liverpool will score.
I don't watch much,
Arsenal,
sorry.
Arsenal will score 3-2. Manchester 4-2. That is prediction. And
Okay,
then
sir.
prediction. If you notice those that predict, they will start from how did they play last season? How is their play? Who is on the pitch? Is Messi on the pitch? Is Ronaldo on the pitch? Who is support? Who are the people they are playing against? How do they play? Do they have a strong? So all those, you find out the way I'm coming from. They are using past and present to predict, just like the way we talked about. Past, understanding their past, and the present, that is data analysis. Then once you enter into prediction, and all prediction, though, that's why you saw that 95% confidence level. If you remember when we saw 95% confidence level, that is the prediction. Oh, I am 95% sure. I am 80% sure. If this and this is in place, I'm 80% sure. I'm 95% sure. Yeah, this and that. That is prediction. Now, prescription is after predicting that this will occur, and then you want to avoid such occurrence, that is when you need to prescribe an alternative. So prescription is giving from your view of occurrence that will take place, I recommend that we do this now. Just like when Joseph in the Bible was giving an insight. After interpreting the dream, he now prescribed. Now he predicted the dream. That is the interpretation. And then he now prescribed the way forward, that we should have silos around to store food and all that. And that took place. So that is prescription. And once you prescribe or you recommend that due to this should be done, then you are already prescribing. And that is the job of a data scientist. So have you seen the end product of where you are going to? So we need to learn both analysis and scientists in this our training, right? So coming to techniques that is being involved, this is statistics, that is calculation and visualization is under analysis, but deep learning, machine learning, and AI categorize or characterize data science territory, right? So complexity analysis is moderate, but scientists, data science or analytics is high. All right. So data size under analysis is small, perhaps medium. But when it comes to that, I say data size, okay. When it comes to data science, we make use of large or big data. So we now have the tools here and deliverables. Now check out now. The deliverables in analysis is always a report and dashboard. Report and dashboard. Dashboard, which we'll see how it's being done, is like a beautiful designed report that we use. You use some clear terms charts to build it up, and small write-up by the corner, right? You use the income of March, from January to March is like this. We have a spike. We have a spike. Do you know what spike means? Favor, do you know what spike means? Favor.
No,
You say?
I don't know.
Okay, a spike is an offshoot, an increase. Just like when they say fuel increase from 200 to 1,005. That 1,005 is a spike. You get?
Okay,
Yes, so
I understand.
yes, you'll be showing when the economy has gone down the drain, just like when we have what do they call that word? Inflation. So the economy of the nation has gone down the drain while in inflation, and then we came out of inflation and all that. In football, they say you went to relegation and then it's out of relegation and all that. So these are being seen in the dashboard. But once you launch into models, logarithms and all that, then you're already in data science. Okay. This has explained itself very well. So we still needed to expatiate on data analysis. We say that the first step is to get the data first. Analysis, the first step is to get the data. And then there are a lot of places of how to get data. Most people used AI to extract data from newspaper. You can use AI to extract data from a written document, right? You can use AI to do that, or they get data from a tables or they get data from the field by designing a questionnaire and take it across, share it to everybody, and people will now start filling in the questionnaire in accordance to how they are, what they are passing through, or how they feel that this is their a conviction, right? So with such, you get your data, and then other things are being used, like uh, things like let me say Google form, right? There's Google form that can be used to get data. You just share it across, and then people will fill it down. There is, let me just chip this in. There is a platform that I do collect security information and do analysis for them. There's a platform that I'm part of it. I collate, people drop what happened in their environment on that platform. So I'll sit down to fish all the information out. I'll sift them out, take them straight to my my environment, and then run my model. It will filter the information I'm looking for, and then I will store them in my SQL database. Just to create database, nothing else. But any day they need analysis of the incident that occur in this terrain, so time. Is that place permissible? Is it a red? Is it danger zone? Is it yellow? Is it green? Is it purple? I'll just sit down, run the analysis, bring out the result, and they will, okay. And the fact, okay, this place, this road, this axis, we need to be careful. You need to do this. Go by this time. When it is night, don't pass through that road. When it is day, that is when you can do your stuff. So information will pop up from there. In prediction, predictive, or recommendation will roll out in such terrain, right? So after getting your data, the next step is to clean up the data, just like the way I told you. And then you now start your transformation, your EDA, which is exploratory data analysis. And then you can push it into DAX measures, regression, hypothesis testing, correlation. We'll soon look at the meaning and the usefulness of these mathematical terms, right? We'll soon look at the meaning of regression. We'll look at the meaning of correlation, right? And others that will come up on board. And why do we use them? How important are they? Okay, so others that follow suit include data visualization. The interpretation and recommendation comes to play when you are done with your analysis. Have in mind, analysis is just, it ends at a dashboard. Analysis ends when you visualize it, or when you now cross the boundary of visuals into machine learning, then you have entered into data science. Can you hear me? All right, please, if I'm communicating well, please just give me a thumbs up. Just drop your question on the chat box. I'm checking the chat box. I need to check the chat box oftenly so that we could. Okay, please, after this, can you explain more on techniques? Did I pass techniques? Favor,
Yes?
did I pass the technique?
Oh, no, like when you're mentioning techniques, you just said like a brief summary of it. So I wanted to understand more on it. That was something I texted since.
Let me check if I've passed technique. Where did you see technique? So that I can. Is it
It
during
was
the
on
two?
that.
Has it passed?
Yeah, it has passed.
Okay, this technique. Oh, here,
Not
right?
this.
Is it this
No, not
one?
this one. No, not this one. It was data analysis and then data science in a table. Yes, this one.
This one, right?
Yes.
Okay, the techniques. Okay, techniques simply means the processes and procedures you use in achieving good goals. Uh, that is the meaning of the word technique there. What technique do you use in cleaning up your data or completing the goal of a data analysis? The technique here that is used is statistics. That means a calculation, some mathematical calculations will come to play here. And then the end product, just like the word I say, the end product in analysis is visualization, right? So this is calculations, apart from the cleaning and all that, some key calculations can come to play here. And then once you visualize your data, you have really concluded analysis itself. But if we cross the boundary of visuals into deep learning, machine learning, into fishing out deep insight. In fact, there are some examples that are really complex, especially neural network, in identifying as images. That is a very deep, a very seriously deep what a technique or a model to identify an image in a midst of different images. So those are deep learning. Deep learning, you need to train your AI or your machine to be able to identify it, whether it is vague or clear, right? So those are the techniques involved, and those are under data science, as I said. The guys on data science itself, you need to go deeper to predict and prescribe, right? And before you could reach the point of predicting, you need to train. You need to train, you need to have a model and train it, of which by God's grace we will see how to reach that corridor. That is a corridor that I pray most of us will not run away, because you need to sit down to train and then you deploy, right? I need to do the predicting for you. And if you want to go more deep, you venture into more tougher tools to get what you are looking for. Don't bother, you'll see them by God's grace.
Mhm.
You'll see them. All right. So stages in analytics, we say that you must first finish analysis first before you enter the analytics. Analytics can be replaced as science. Data analytics is also called data science. So you need to get that acquainted. So as you can see, machine learning and predictive modeling is part of this. You build pipeline, you evaluate models, you find their intercept and coefficient. There are some key visualization after these processes and procedures here. There's some visualization that comes from the deep insight that you have gotten, right? And then these are the tools that involve Jupyter Notebook, Power BI, Advanced Power BI, and Advanced Tableau. R programming is also part of this. But intensive studies or intensive information derived. Okay. Okay. My voice is cracking. Okay. Maybe it's network.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe it's network. Stella, are you there? Hello, Stella, are you there? Okay. We have tools here. This is really expressive enough. Cleaning tools are there, visualization tools are here, analysis tools are here, automation tools are here as well. Data extraction tools are here. So these are the tools that categorize each task. All right, we have some category stages on this training. Right? Introduction is here. Necessary requirements, just like I said, you must have a laptop, you must have internet facility, writing materials. I also said that you must have a cup of coffee to keep you running all through. All right, so we look at Excel, we run into the basics, get our data, clean data, insight, the first insight from basic Excel, and then we explore more in the same Excel. We launch our Power. Okay, we have not launched query yet, so we need to launch query, but we have touched Power Pivot. So we'll run that as well in our physical class tomorrow. So we get straight into data forensic using DAX. DAX means data analysis expression. Data analysis expression, and then relationships. And this can be done in Power BI. Power BI means business intelligence, right? Power BI means Power Business Intelligence. So you need to get that. Then the second insight from BI, and then we get another visuals from Tableau. We set up our database, SQL. We launch into further analysis with Jupyter Notebook. And then questions and answering, and then we build our portfolio. All right. So these are the categories that we pray that we'll launch and get it done accurately. Okay. So we now launch it to Excel in data analysis. We did the introduction to Excel, and then we saw some different versions of Excel that as far back as 1999, 97, 98, 99, Excel was like this, was like that. But for today, they have brought a lot of versions and new things into it that makes Excel more smarter, more bigger to accommodate more information for necessary, functionalities, right? So we saw the environment, we saw the sheet. Favor, were you there when we did sheet management? Favor, were you there?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Were you there? Okay. So maybe we'll try sheet management tonight. So we did, we created a sheet. We saw the component of a sheet. We break through into the component of a workbook. We did copy and paste, delete, move, insert, etc. And then we bring in some information into the sheet, and then we run some editing features and formatting features. We did text to columns, conditional formatting, format as a table, remove duplicate, flash fill, camera, removing blanks, convert, sort and filter, etc. So, Favor, do me a favor. Oh, your name says still Favor. Do me a favor as well. Copy out. Can you hear me, Favor?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. If you can copy out this sheet as it is, write them out.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you if you can hear me.
Okay, you said I should do what?
I say you should copy out these steps, these steps one by one, sheet management, copy and delete, so that we'll go to Excel to see how we could run them practically.
Okay.
When you are done copying, let me know.
My screen is black.
Okay,
So
Stella, you're back.
sheet one, right?
I
Like I've
can't see
opened
anything in the screen. My network has been on and off, like logging me out and returning me back in. And what I'm looking at is a blank screen.
Okay, refresh it. My screen is normal.
Okay,
Favor, what did
so
you
like
say?
I opened up a new
Okay, it's back
Excel
now.
sheet.
Favor,
I
that is not
opened up
what,
a
Wait,
new
that is not
you
what I
have
said.
entered the section. No. Wait.
Favor, that is not what I say you should do.
Okay, what did you say I should do, please?
I say you should write out this text out. I want to close this PPT so that all of us can go to Excel. So write it
Okay,
out on your paper, on your book, so that I can close it. You'll be the one to be telling me the next thing to do.
so that's like introduction, starting an environment, those ones.
Yes, just write them one by one. Write it down to save and exit. When you are
Save and
done, then
exit.
write from top to bottom.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm writing. Stella, is your screen back? Okay. Network has really drove out of the class. Okay. Mr. Godwin. Mr. Godwin. Favor
Oh, I'll soon
you
be done,
to
don't worry. I'll soon be done, don't worry. I'm already in that close to that save and exit.
Favor, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I said I'm almost done.
Am I lagging, please? Please chat me. Lagging.
Is it me?
Okay, we can start now. Hello, I'm done.
My people, how far? Make I come collect. Make I come collect. I see plate for your hand. Okay. You know, say me, I know they see plate for height. Plate or cup.
Okay. Please, can you hear me, please? Please, if you can hear me, chat. I can hear you. Just chat, I can hear you. Okay. Okay. Favor, you can hear me. Beautiful. All right. Is Stella back? Stella, are you in the class? Okay, she's not. Godwin, can you hear me, sir? Please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, please. All right. Okay, people. As we continue, everyone, to start Excel is very simple. Let me close this. Start Excel together. Is to come to your window here, window icon, or your start icon here at your taskbar. Click on it, and then you can easily type Excel for it to pop up, and then you just click on it. As you can see, it was Excel 2016 is opening. And then once it starts like this, is either you have different worksheets to open, but if you don't have anyone that is already there, just to click on blank workbook, blank workbook. And then once you click on this one, that is blank workbook, it opens a blank workbook. We took our time to go through from top to bottom, and we saw that there is an X sign at the right top corner. You can see my mouse at the right top corner. This is where you can exit the application itself. And the second one is called restore. Restore helps you to automatically resize the window, right? Minimize is to temporarily minimize or slip the window. Once you click it, it slips the window temporarily, bringing it to the taskbar, right? So you can easily see your desktop. And then once you wish to open it back, it's called maximize. Maximize is the opposite of minimize, right? And then this is to show ribbon or to hide ribbon. When we say ribbon, we mean all these icons here, this display are called ribbons. So show ribbons, we have types of shows here, or show ribbons tabs only. Click a tab to show their commands. Why this one will show ribbons tabs and command at the same time. Now there are some, okay, like Fatima is not here. If Fatima is here now, especially when you say that you can't find these names on the commands, this is where to activate it. Show ribbons and their commands. You choose this one. So if you now say show ribbons alone, right, it will just show the ribbons without their commands, right? So show ribbons and commands helps to show some of the write-ups as the case may be. Why the last one collapse or to hide the ribbons as the case may be. All right, so we have some menus here. We have file menu, home menu, insert menu, page layout, formula, data review, and view. In fact, there's a place that you can easily type, tell me what you want to do, just the command will take you straight to the command, right? So file menu helps to save, to print, export, and do one or two adjustments to your document. And then home, these are the commands that characterize home. We have the paste, format painter, we have copy and cut. And then if you click out on this small box, it will open that section wide for you so you can see what and what is involved. And then the section here that is open is called clipboard. All the things you copy will be seen here, and you can use it to paste it anywhere. You choose what to paste, as the case may be. All right, so we have the formatting section, the font. I told you that font, anytime you hear the word font, it means handwriting. That is the computer name for handwriting. So what type of handwriting do you have? Is called font. We have numerous type of handwriting here for your use and all that. So the size of your handwriting is called font size. It's too small, it's too big, keep it at this, keep it at that, is called font size. Right? So those are, then we now have font color. We have font color here. You can make it to be red, any color of your choice. We have background color. This background color, you can shade your background to any color of your choice. And then we have borders. You can, activate borders on your sheet. However, what you are seeing here inside this template, these rows and columns, all these lines are called imaginary lines. They are not physical lines. If you print this document with them, you'll find out that your document will not have these lines. They are all imaginary lines. But if you want these lines to show when you print, then you need to activate all borders, right? You need to activate all borders for now. Let's keep it at all borders. Apart from formatting your document or your data as a table, there's all borders here. There are other tick borders, etc. So we have bold, italize, and underline, right? Under underline, there's double underline for your use. All this happens at your command, that means at your activation, right? So we have alignment section here. There is an alignment section here for your use. We have the left alignment, we have the center alignment, then we have the right alignment. Left, center, and right alignment. Alignment simply means the arrangement of your text in relation to margin. In relation to margins, arrangement of your text. Are you a lefty that write from right to left, or do you write normally from left to right? So any place you start writing, that will now become your margin, right? So right to left writings, and left to right writings, and then center writing. So that means that this and all this works together. So we have text orientation, or sometimes you say text direction, how you want your text to be directed. So you can choose either to direct it counterclockwise, or clockwise, or vertical, or rotate up, or you go and look for your angle of inclination. And you can choose any angle that you want it to be rotated. Okay, so others now comes to play. We have wrap text, and there is merge and center. We have number format. Remember when we talked about this, but we can still do the practical soon. Number format, we have them here. They'll help us in our analysis very soon. We have accounting number formats under the number format tab or environs. Percentage is here, and then comma to format out thousands is here as well. These are decimal point, increase and decrease of decimal point. All right. Conditional formatting, format as table, cell styles. You can choose how you want it to be, and it will just be at your command. To insert a row, insert cell, insert whatsoever you want to insert are here. And then we have delete a row, delete cell, delete column. Everything is here. Even delete is also here. Format cell, format rows, format columns, everything is here. Protect the same cell, protecting the cells, everything is here. Please, if you can follow me, give me a thumbs up. If you are with me, give me a thumbs up, please. It seems nobody's with me.
My thought.
Okay.
Yes.
Stella, yeah. Yes, I can see it. Stella, you're not with me.
I just came back in again. No? When I came in, I saw that you're showing him the functions of the ribbon icons. So I said, okay, no problem. At least you've not gone too far.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right.
Thank you.
So we have auto sum is there. This is a flash fill, and then fill up, fill down commands are here. We have the clear command, which is represented by this eraser icon. Sort and filter is here, right? And then we now have find and select is here. Although most of the versions may not carry most of these things. So, but mine is version 2016. Most of us have different versions. So don't panic if you can't find any of this command there. You just follow us, or you change your version to the current version we are using. All right. There are some things that are embedded in 365 that cannot be found here. Well, there are some things, there are ways to also actualize them even in this version itself. Okay, so below this home ribbon, we have name box. If you can see mouse, name box is here. The name box tells us the address of an active cell. An active cell is a selected cell. Once a cell is selected, then it is an active cell, and it's indicated by a tick box around that cell. A cell is known as the box gotten from the intersection of rows and columns. The box that is gotten or derived or found from the intersection of rows and columns. Now, what is rows? Rows are the horizontal lines, while columns are the vertical lines. Rows are the horizontal lines, columns are the vertical lines. Rows are the horizontal lines, columns are the vertical lines. All right. You can see my screen. Rows are listed numerically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, down to the last 1,000, no million, 1 point something million rows. While columns are listed alphabetically, right, from A, B, C, D to the last X, F, D, if I'm correct. All right, we saw that to go down to Hello, please. All right. Control and down will take you to the last arrow. I mean, the last row.
Control and
down arrow, down arrow.
down.
You have arrow keys there, right? On your keyboard.
Oh, I've seen it.
All right. Control and down arrow will take you to the last row. And the opposite is control and up arrow will take you to the first row. Right? Okay. Are you trying it? Favor?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
All right. So control and left arrow will take you to the first column, while control and right arrow will take you to the last column. Control
That's
and right
X.
arrow will take you. Yes, XFD is the last column. All right, so we give an assignment then that you should identify how many columns are found on a sheet, right? That's an assignment we gave last time. Okay, so let's come back to the first row and the first column A1. I said that where your active cell is found, there the address of the active cell is found on the name box. The name box. This small box is called the name box. Now, if you know the address of your house, you can easily tell somebody to go to your house and get what you want the person to get. So, on this understanding, at this name box itself, you can type in your address or any address you want to arrive at. You can type it there and then press enter to launch it, and then it will take you to that location instantaneously, right? It's very simple. And my active cell is at A1, and I want to go to AB 2200. I'll just type AB 2200 on the name box and press enter. It will take me straight to that address. As simple as that. And then I just felt like changing the name from AB 2200 to something else. I'll just write that same name there. Let me say E3. E3. How do they spell E3? E-R-Y. Am I correct? Okay, so if I want to appear at E3, I want to change AB 2200 to E3. I'll just type it there. Right? I'll just type it there. So even though I am at cell A1, let me even go to cell A1. Cell A1, and then I want to arrive E3. Look at E3 here. I want to arrive E3 now. I'll just click on the E3, tap, it will take me to E3. Now look at AB 2200. AB 2200. So, and yet it is E3 that is the address that is on the name box. So these are the things, some physical things you could be doing. A lot of things can happen. Someone can just tell you, open this file, and then the address of what you're looking for can be found in kilometer. The person has passed a message to you. That the file you're looking for, you might also nickname the file to something else. On the first sheet, please, the address is kilometer, and you know what to do. So you just walk down, open the file, look, once they say address, you know that is the name box is referring to. You just type kilometer there, and you go and see what you're looking for. It's very simple and straightforward. All right. So in front of name box, we have what we call formula bar. So formula bar contains or displays the content of an active cell. Formula bar displays the content of an active cell. Formula bar displays the content of an active cell. Now, if I type anything now, now the active cell is A1. The content of the active cell is displayed on the formula bar. The content is displayed on the formula bar, as you can see. And then all calculations can be derived accordingly from the formulas that are already on Excel. Please, if you are with me, give me a thumbs up, please. Do you have questions? So you don't look like I'm the only one talking all through. Favor, do you have questions? Mr. Shola, do you have questions?
No question for now, sir. I'm enjoying this particular aspect of the lecture. In fact,
Okay,
these are the basic things we need to know before launching into the main work.
Okay.
You are really taking us, how will I put it?
It's well.
We're doing at least the background. These are just basic. We need to get clear.
Yeah,
I understand all these things before, but it's been very long time ago. So as you were just bringing them out, I'm now getting some of the things you were doing. I was finding difficult since we started. I think I'm get used to them now.
So that is great.
Thank
That's
you.
a great news. Thank you, sir. Okay, so Favor, do you have questions?
No, I don't really have any questions. Like you said, I'm enjoying this part of the lecture. Like I'm enjoying it. I'm understanding the basics of everything.
All right. I'm looking at how we could get at least what you wrote down. We can touch them before we call it a night tonight. Okay, so the content of a cell will display on the formula bar as well as the formulas when we start doing calculations and so on and so forth. So this is our where we will concentrate on our writing, typing, calculating, and it's called a sheet. This is a sheet. So on the sheet, you find out that they'll be listed down here, right? So we have sheet 1 here already. I have sheet 1 here already. So we can create more sheet by clicking on this plus sign. Initially, it wasn't just sheet 1 that was here. In those old versions, there were 3 sheets that would display here automatically, while you can create other sheets later. But now they have reduced it to only one sheet, right? So these are some of the new things that have taken place in Excel. Okay, I told you also initially that the total number of columns was 256, but now the columns is more than 1,000, more than thousands. So I don't want to mention the answer so that Favor can go and do his assignment. All right. Even the number of cells those times was like 65,536 or thereabout. But now we have 1 point something millions rows. I say rows. All right. So those are the small things that categorize Excel. So we have our scroll bar. We can scroll to the left and right, and then up and down. It's a vertical and horizontal scroll bar, right? Up and down scrolls and left and right scrolls. So we have our zoom. Our zoom is below. So you can zoom in, out as you wish. All right. And then we have our page preview or page layout. We have 3 page layouts. First is the normal one. We have the second one, which is page layout, and the third one is page break preview. Yes, page break preview. So you can do those things when you have your time. Okay, let's come back to what you wrote. Favor, tell me what you wrote. Number 1 was we have done the introduction.
Yeah, we have done the introduction. Number 2 is
Yes.
starting.
Is no, we have started. Is to start Excel. To start
Environment.
Environment is what I just finished now.
Sheet MGT. If the
Okay, that
MGT
is that MGT
is
means management. Management. The short
okay.
form for management. All right. So
Okay.
if you bring your mouse down to sheet 1 here and double click on sheet 1, tap. Once you double click on sheet 1, you can change the name of that sheet 1 to something else. So I can now change the name to mineral. I can change the name to mineral, right? This makes up the sheet management. If I right click on this mineral sheet, I can insert another sheet. Normally, I can delete this mineral sheet by clicking on delete. I can rename it from mineral to something else by clicking on rename. And then I can move and copy this sheet. So I want us to do move and copy. This first 3 is easy to do, but once you click on it, it happens. But let's look at move and copy, right? Let's look at move and copy. If you click on move and copy, there are 2 things there. Move is different from copy, right? Copy will have a duplicate remained at the venue of or the destination where you copied it from. But once you activate move, you will not have that duplicate file any longer. The file will be moved from that place to a new place. Now, to activate copy is to activate this create a copy, this ticking. You know, if you did not activate this, that means you are moving the file. If you don't check this box that has create copy checkbox, if you don't check that box, then you are moving the file. But if you want to copy the file, then you need to click on this checkbox. All right. So you can move a file or copy a file from one workbook to another workbook. You can do that by selecting either a new workbook or another, the list of workbooks that will show, and then you click on OK. All right. So now I've copied the file, and then we now have two mineral 1 and mineral 2. All right. Now, if you click on mineral 2, just as it is, just click on it and shift your hand or drag your mouse. It will be asking you whether you want to place it somewhere else, right? And I can place it after mineral 1, right? So now mineral 2 is in front of mineral 1, so it's sheet movement as the case may be. All right, so if you also right click, there is what we call protect sheet. Protect sheet here gives us the ability of giving a password to our sheet, right? Ability of giving password to the sheet, that anybody that comes to your sheet needs to put a password before the person can gain access into what is embedded inside your sheet, right? So, but let me just keep this protect sheet. Let's do others, then we'll touch protect sheet as the last. We have tab colors. Now you can give colors to your sheet. As it is now, there's no color here. Mineral doesn't have color, it's just the neutral ash color that is there. But you can give color to mineral sheet by coming here to click on tab colors, and then mineral 2 can give any color to mineral 2. Let me give purple so it will show. Then you can add more sheets by clicking the plus sign and then give them colors accordingly. Then sheet 4, let me give yellow. All right, so you can add more sheets and give them colors. Now you can hide a sheet. Now I'll just click on hide now. Sheet mineral 2 will hide. You can't find it any longer. Now, sometimes when the sheet is hidden, in fact, all the time, you will not know that the sheet is hidden, right? As it is now, you don't even know that there was a sheet named mineral 2. So, but except you were the person that hide it. So with this platform, anytime you come to an Excel document like this, right click on the sheet tab and check whether there's any on hide that is activated. If on hide is activated, that means there are some sheets that are hidden. But once you click on hide, they will tell you which of the sheets do you want to reveal. You select it and click on OK. Select it and click on OK. Okay, so immediately my mineral 2 sheet will appear. As you can see, mineral 2 sheet has appeared. All right.
Wait,
So
please
let's come.
take that again.
You say?
Can I take that again? That's what you said.
Okay. So I said that you can easily hide a sheet, and then nobody will know that the sheet or a sheet is hidden or something. So how to hide a sheet is to just come down, right click on the sheet, and then you find out that hide is activated, but on hide is not active. On hide is not active, but hide is active. So you want to click on hide, the sheet you selected will be hidden. And then if anybody comes to view your screen, the person will not know that one sheet is hidden. As you can see, you won't identify that there is no sheet. because the person that owns the computer may have given names to sheet 3 and sheet 4, and then you will not know that so sheet is hidden. So that is why anytime you receive information from anybody or anybody's system, you right click on the sheet tab, and then if on hide is active, just like this, then you know that there are some sheets that are hidden. So you can now click on hide, choose the sheet, and click on OK. So sheet 2 that was hidden will appear. As you can see, sheet 2 is appearing here. Okay. So let's look at how to protect a sheet. If you right click on this sheet now, oh, it is 10 o'clock. And let's agree when we are closing the class, because we always say we'll close by 10. Please just chat me on the chat box when you want us to close. Should we take the next 20 minutes? Or should we take the next 10 minutes or 15? Just chat me on the chat box.
If you can take us to tomorrow morning, sir.
It is well.
I'm very happy. The way you are going, the pace, and the way everything is entering.
Okay.
This way, sir. When you are tired, sir, you call it a day for us.
Okay.
Or just as you said, maybe addition of 20 minutes.
Okay, sir. Okay, so let's look at how to protect the sheet. These are data analyst, key personal keys. When you are working with some information as an analyst, you must be very careful so that the third party will not see what you are doing. I did one analysis for Jukwe Church for just 3 months, and I needed to show some key persons because the information was seriously heavy. When I say heavy in finances, heavy in project, it was somehow indicting as well. Just like you having an auditor coming to audit you, you will see a lot of things. So there's some information as an analyst that you need to protect with password. It's only you that can access it. Anybody that sits on that system will try his best. You will not be able. In fact, there are sometimes you don't even store information in that same system. You must take it out. You must take your information out from any general system. Even when it's your system, you must put your password and also have a duplicate of that information in case the system is hijacked or something. You need to have a what do they call a hard drive that is personal to you, that you can take it around, and then all your data are safe. So assuming you were working in a somehow porous environment and you are really working on data, some interesting data, and you don't want people to know, or somehow you just right click on the sheet and say protect sheet. Now, protect sheet, you are being expected to give a password, and you can say your password is 123. But password of 123 is just for us to do, and just to show you how it's being done. 123 password is not good. In fact, even when we go to, if I'm chance to teach you cybersecurity, you will see how to give password. I will show you how they can give password to something, and you to be stressed. I will show you the pattern of how we give password, so that you not say, "Oh, I will forget this later." No, there is a pattern of how password is being given. right? That it will cut across numbers, text, capital, small, and symbols, right? So if you can have that understanding, you will not really have challenges when it comes to password giving. Okay, so anybody that wants to check this file, including you must introduce this password. Now you're now telling you're telling Excel that without a password, anybody that comes to open this file should be able to select lock cells. Now we can lock cells. There are some cells that we can lock and it cannot be moved. Or maybe I should even give it out as an assignment. How can the cells be locked? Right? Maybe I should give that as an assignment. Now, there are unlocked cells. So you are telling anybody that visit your sheet should be able to select on unlock cells. Now, select means to highlight. Select means to highlight, right? Okay. So anybody that visit your sheet without putting your password, the only thing the person can do is to select lock cells or select unlock cells. If you do not tick any of these things, then the person will not be able to do anything in your sheet.
Anything at all. Okay. Because that is what I wanted to ask now.
Yes. But if anything you tick, you are giving the person the audacity to take on that command on your sheet. So the person, like, use pivot table. If you tick pivot table, the person can now use pivot table on the log sheet. If the person wants to do more than this, you prompt the person for password. Now, if we say the person should sort anything you do, delete rows, columns, anything you activate, that will be what the person can do. But if you don't activate them, the person will not be able to do any of this. So let me deactivate all this. All right, so with this understanding, let me just say I don't want to give anything for the person to do anything. But initially, let me just put some information so that we can understand when we log the cells and come back. Let me put some information inside. Because I've deactivated even log cells. Let me just put some information so that when we are back, we'll see how it works. So let's protect my sheet. I'll deactivate that. I will not be able to select anything. And then I'll give a password, 1, 2, 3. Now click on OK. He said I should confirm my password. And I'll put it back again, 1, 2, 3. And boom, it's open. Now I want to select this. As you can see, I'm trying to select. It's not selecting. I can't select anything. I've tried, I'm double clicking. Now it's telling me that the cell or the chart you are trying to change is a protected sheet. To make changes, you need to unprotect the sheet, and this might require you to enter a password. I believe you can see it yourself. So
yes,
I cannot do anything to this sheet. Common to select, I cannot select. Common to, I'm clicking everywhere. It's not working. Except I click on unprotect sheet. If you look at it very well, my ribbons, all the ribbons are deactivated.
they are activated, yes.
You get. So until the sheet is unlocked before I can do whatever I want to do. And then how can I get the sheet unlocked? You can right click on the sheet and come to unprotect sheet. And once you click on unprotect, it prompts for password. You now put your 123 password and then you click on OK. Now I can now select and all my ribbons are now active, ready for any changes. All right, so this is how to protect a sheet. Right.
So, sir, protecting the sheet now does not hide the text or the content of that particular sheet.
Yes.
Anybody.
Yes,
That means
correct.
you can read anything that is there,
Yeah,
or you will not be able
it's
to do anything.
to extract anything. So for us to hide the content of the sheet, we went straight into protecting the workbook. How did I get there? I came and click on File, and then Protect Workbook can be found here. The first command here. Have in mind, I don't know whether Favor understood what you said. Favor, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Stella, are you there too? Okay.
This Stella is not available, sincerely.
Okay.
But I am here.
So
The network is not available for me.
all right. I will send you the video when we're done.
No problem. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Just Favor and everyone. This is when I log the cell or the sheet. This was read only. I can only read the content, but I cannot do anything with the content. But I can see and read the content. But if you don't want anybody to even see the content, talk less of reading. You don't want anybody to see the content of your cell, talk less of reading it. Then you need to lock the workbook. And how do you lock the workbook? You click on File menu, and then you come to where they write Protect Workbook. Protect Workbook. If you click on it, you now choose Encrypt with Password. Encrypt with password. There are others here. Protect current sheet. Protect workbook structure. Encrypt with password. So I want us to use encrypt with password first. You can try these ones by yourself. Encrypt with password. So you now put your 123 and click on OK. It will prompt you to put it again 123 and you click on OK. Now the workbook is encrypted. So if I close it, yeah, save. Let me save to desktop. Now it's saved on my desktop. Okay, so if I want to open the book now, book one, is it book one or book two? Okay, now it's asking me the password. As you can see, I can't see anything except to introduce the password. So I can now put the password 123 and then click on OK. Now I can see the content of my sheet and other sheet as well. Good. So assuming you are done with all this and you want to make it a password-free document, what you do is to go back again, come to this Protect Workbook, and then click on this encrypt with password again, right? And then you delete the password that you put there. You delete it and keep it empty and press OK. With that, you have removed the password. Sometimes the password do repeat itself again. But let me still check. Okay. Now it doesn't repeat itself again. There are some that might repeat itself again. If it repeats itself again, go back again and put your password, remove the password and click on OK, and that will work out fine to be unprotected. All right. Favor, tell me another command that you wrote down. Let me see if I can touch it before we call it a night. I'm being
Okay.
notified.
Since we're doing sheet management, the next one is worksheet.
This worksheet already.
The next one is creating.
We have created by this plus sign.
Okay.
All these sheets, that's why we create.
I've done rename. I've done rename, copy and delete, move and protect.
Yes.
Data input and manipulation.
Okay, input. I've inserted some. I've inserted some data here. Manipulation will do that. Just to under manipulation, tell me what is listed there.
Formatting and editing features.
Okay, so formatting is just to put in some bold here. As you can see, I've actualized the bold. I've activated bold here. Right. Bold. You can give it any color, background color, text color. You get. And other formatting features are there, just like the ones I showed you. Center alignment. You can give them colors. We did format a table, it's part of formatting features. And then what else? To give I told about these imaginary lines. If you want to print, you will not see anything. So to give the lines that will appear when you print out, you just select your range. Now, this selection I just made is called range of cells. This selection, if you select more than one cell, it is called a range. Why one cell selection is just one cell. Or if it's more than one, then it's called range of cells. So you just select your range, come to these borders, and click on all borders. By so doing, the imaginary lines that were there have now turned to real lines. And when you print, the lines will appear, just like you see. Lines will appear. All right. So, Favor, tell me the next point.
Okay. Text to column.
Oh, okay. Text to column. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Try text to column. Let me clear this. Let me still use here. These are to clear. You clear everything. Clear with formatting. Okay, so text to column. Let me just use a very simple example. 1 comma 1 glory, comma age is 23, comma female, comma student, comma is from Abia. All right. Now, as you can see, I typed this on cell A1, but I want to put other things on this cell instead of this name. And I want to shift it from here without copying and pasting. What I want to do now is called pick and drop. Pick and drop. Now, once you take your mouse pointer to the edge of the cell, turn to a mouse pointer that have arrows in front of it. So you just click and drop it. You click there from where it was and drop it below. Now it now becomes pick and drop. Now I can now start putting serial number SN on the empty cell, SN, name, comma, age, comma, gender, comma, let's say status, and then let's say state. Okay, so let me do for the second person 2, comma, Victor, comma, 31, comma, male, comma, student, and Victor is from Enugu. Okay, let me do for the third person Emilia, comma, 32, comma, female, student, and Emilia is from Jos. Okay. Now, favor, if you notice, I was just doing plain typing on one cell, but it has crossed into others. But this imaginary crossing is not real crossing. It's a mirage crossing. Everything that is being typed that you think it has crossed to other cells, it has not crossed. It's still in this first cell, right? So
Okay.
now text to columns is simple. These are texts. They should be in different columns, right? Serial number will be in this column, name will be in this column, age should be in this column, and all this should be in their columns, right? So
Yeah.
if you have this kind of a situation, which we'll be having it on a normal, because there's a file known as CSV. There's a file known as CSV. It simply means comma separated values. So we will be using most of these files to analyze our data, because most times they do save data in such format. And then when you bring them into Excel, you need to convert them into columns, text into columns. So it's very simple. You click on data menu and then come to data tools corner. You just see text to columns here. What I did was, let me start from beginning. I selected the text, go to data menu, and then come to data tools corner, and then click on text to columns, right? Now there is fixed width, and then there's delimiter. Now delimiter is simple, is the character that was used to separate each of the data's details in that write-up? What was that the differentiator that was used to separate each detail in that text? You agree with me that the what we use to separate both information here is comma sign. So that is what you now choose delimiter and click on next and tell that you use comma to separate each text. So you want to actualize that, you click on next again. They will show you a preview, and then once you are satisfied, now click on finished. All right, so it has now separated my data into their respective columns. So this is called text to columns.
Well, how
This is
did you
called
do
text.
it?
How did I do what?
How did you do it again, please?
Okay, okay, I'll take it again. I'll take it again. All right. I'll take it again. Now, let me undo. I'm doing undo now. I'm going back. All right. Undo means Control Z is undo, to go back. Right. Okay. So you select your data. That is the first step. Second step, click on data menu. That is the second step.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
You only selected just a section of it. You didn't select all. Is that how it works?
No, that is what I said. I said that even though the text has spill over to C, to D, to E, to whatsoever, all the texts are in just this first cell.
Okay.
Are you getting it? Yes, all of them. If you like, you should spill to the end. All of them are in this first cell. Excel only display what you wrote, so that you can see that what you wrote is there.
Okay,
it's not
select.
hidden.
Selecting that particular text automatically selected all.
Yes, select all. Yes, it automatically select all. So you now select the cells that you wrote all your text into. Right.
It's okay.
After doing that, you come to data menu, come to data tools corner, and choose text to columns. And then since we use comma to separate each detail in the text, we'll now use delimiter. Delimiter are when you use some certain items to differentiate details of stuffs. So you now click on next. You now tell Excel that what you actually used in getting that done was a comma. So you activate comma. Use comma to split the information there. Then you now click on next again. It will now show you the preview of how it will look like. And then you say, okay, I'm good to go. Then you click on finish. All right. So finish will now bring you back to your sheet well splitted up. So you can now do your small formatting. Give it bold. You give a background color. And you give your text color. And then you can as well give your borders. You give your borders and it will look like this. It's very simple. Favor, please tell me the remaining, because I'm being monitored now.
Okay.
Yeah,
The remaining
10 minutes.
print files.
You say?
Print files.
Okay. Another one.
Conditional formatting.
Okay. The last one.
Format as table.
Okay. Any other
Shall I
one?
continue?
Any other one?
Yeah, there are more. Remove duplicate, flash fill, camera, removing blanks, convert FXN, sort and filter. Then the last one is save and exit.
Okay. Oh, that's still much. All right. Okay. Let's see how. If you want me to spend the next 10 minutes to do all of that, give me a thumbs up, let's see. If you still have 10 minutes. Okay. So please, thumbs up if you want me to spend next 10 minutes.
Okay. Mm,
10 minutes, right? Okay. It's only favor. Okay, it's in favor and Mr. Shola. All right.
Sir?
Okay. The next 10 minutes, give me the next 10 minutes. Let me complete these steps. If I can't finish it in 10 minutes, then we'll take it over.
Sorry, sir, I'm trying to copy what
Take
you. I'm trying to do my
All
own.
right. Okay. So if I can't finish it in 10 minutes, we'll continue tomorrow from where we stop. Right? Okay. So favor, give me again. Okay, you mentioned conditional formatting. You mentioned printouts. You mentioned format as table.
I
Right?
can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay, I say you mentioned conditional formatting. You mentioned
Yes.
the format as
Format.
table.
Yes.
You
Remove
mentioned
duplicate.
printout and remove
Yes.
duplicate. All right.
Yes.
Okay, let's start with duplicate first. Control copy. Let me have more duplicate of this. Do you know what I did to copy and paste?
No.
Favor, do you know? Okay, it's simple. You select, you have to click and drag to select, right?
Yes.
Then
Yes, sir.
Control C. Control C is to copy. And
Okay. So the thing we did before, that 32
yes,
female.
beautiful. So Control C is
Okay.
to copy. Control V is to paste. So I'm pasting this so that I can have duplicate.
Okay.
All right. So if you come to data menu, right, and come to data tools corner in front of text to columns, there's what we call remove duplicate. Remove duplicate. You just click on it, tap. It will ask you to delete duplicate values. Select one or more columns that contains duplicate. Select one or more columns that contains duplicate. Now all of them contains duplicate, and all of them are being selected. So once everything is okay by you, you now click on OK. Tap. It says no duplicate was found. Yeah, are you for real? Let me do it again. To delete duplicate values, select one or more columns that contains duplicate. Okay, this one does. This one does not contain duplicate. All right. The rest should contain duplicate. All right. So as you can see, the duplicate are being deleted. Duplicate. Yes. Why did not delete that first time is because serial number does not contain duplicate. So that was why it did not work. Right. Okay. So you have seen the steps, right?
Yes, I've seen the steps.
It's very simple.
Yes, it's very
You
simple.
come to data, then you come to data tools platform or corner. Then you select where you will be duplicate, and then you click on OK. To now tell you 6 duplicate values were found and removed, remaining 3 unique values. All right. Now let me still repeat this again. Let's look at conditional formatting. Conditional formatting is to highlight, especially, let's start with value. Under values, you can highlight values that are high or medium or low in a table or in a sheet or in a drop down, as you can see. So you format it based on what is being actualized or what is being displayed. Okay, so conditional formatting basically happens by conditions, as the name implies. You format based on the conditions that is given. Now let's look at this age and select it, and then come to conditional formatting, and let's start with gradient. Now, as you can see, it will increase the gradient of, let me use this red so that you can see the differences. Let me expand itself so that you see what I'm trying to show you. Now 23 is here, 32, 23, 31. Let me reduce some of them so that you could see the difference. Let me put here 16. Now you can see 16 is small. Let me put here 7. Now we now have small 7, 16, 32, 23. Let me put this one 11. Let me put this one 5 on 4. So we can now have a preview of how conditional formatting will format this column based on the total number that is found there. Now, under the same conditional formatting, you can do other kind of formatting. Let me select it again. Conditional formatting. You come to arrows and then choose the arrows of your choice. Now, the arrows will find out the mean, which is 16, above means and below means, right? Normal, the mean is 16, above mean are these ones that has the green arrows upward, and the one below mean are these ones that have red downward, right? These are under conditional formatting. right? And now, still under conditional formatting, you can identify if there is what we call duplicate. Conditional formatting highlights rows, and there is different kind of highlighting. But we're saying you should highlight if they are duplicate. Now it has highlighted all of them that has duplicate. You can even change the color if you wish, and then you click on OK. So it will highlight every cell that has a duplicate. Now that is why everything is highlighted, because we copied everything and pasted them. We copied everything and pasted them. Right?
Yes, mine is not highlighted. I don't know.
Which one is that?
I'm trying to do the highlighting of the duplicate.
Have you select? You need to select first. Select everything first.
Okay.
Yeah, select first. And then when that is done, conditional formatting, highlight cell rows, come down to duplicate
I've selected
values.
everything.
You say?
I said I've selected everything. My own is now.
It's not doing.
Yeah, it's not like showing what it's showing you. So for some reason.
Let's start again. Select everything. Have you done that?
Hello?
Have you done that? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. If you can hear me, I say you should select everything first. Have you done that? Have you done that? Hello, Favor. Favor, we have 6 minutes to go. Mr. Shola,
Yes, I've done that. My own is already highlighted.
okay. Have you done the?
Yes, the duplicate.
Okay, beautiful.
But my
Okay.
question is this arrow, the
arrow.
class sequence.
Select the age again. Select the age again.
Okay.
All right.
Only the
still
number.
go back. Yeah, only the numbers. Yeah, still go back to the conditional formatting.
Okay.
Yes, if you go back there, come down to icon set. Come down to icons. Yes. Then you now choose your arrows, anyone you like there.
Okay.
Yes. So Favor is back. Favor.
Hello, sorry, I disconnected. Sorry.
Have you select the data there?
I've selected everything. Like
So conditional formatting,
okay.
and then come down to data bars, gradient view. Is it working?
Okay, it's working.
All right. So still on conditional formatting, the highlight cell rows is the number one, and you come down to a duplicate values. You activate duplicate values there. All right. Favor, is that okay with you?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. So now with this now, as it is, this information you see here, everything you can find here, if you select it, you are selecting a range of cells. It is not yet a table. I told you yesterday that the difference between a range and a table is because a table will have a drop down in front of each column. So let's format this to be a table. Now there is, in front of conditional formatting, there is format as table. Right?
Are we
There is format
Are we
as
selecting?
so you can either select or you leave it.
Okay.
But yes, I've not selected mine. That's what I want to say. So format as table is here already. So you can now choose which kind of table do you want, and then you activate it. So once you click that, it will ask you, does your table has headers? And you say yes by ticking it. You click activate that my table have headers, and then you click on OK. All right. Now, if you can see, the formatting that we do is affecting the table, right? The duplicate colors is affecting the table. So what you do now is to select the entire table and then come to clear format. Come to clear format. And then let me do the table again so that I can see my table very clear. Which one will I use? Let me use this one. All right. So this is my
Where will
table
I
now. Where will you what?
see clear format?
Clear format is their eraser tool I told you about.
Okay, okay.
Yes. Then it will have a drop down. You click on clear format.
How do you have all this? Because
How do I have what?
all formatting is been cleared already, but yours is not. I don't know how you did this one. How you got all this other background color?
Okay, I get your point. So after clearing the format, the next thing you do is to come back to format the table again. Come back to format as table again.
Okay.
Yeah. So it will replace. It will replace what it has done before. Favor, I'm not hearing favor.
Oh no, I've
Favor, are
been
you there?
listening to. I'm here. I've been listening to what you're talking about. Just decide
Have
to
you done?
be quiet. Yeah, I've done it.
Okay. So we have the next thing you mentioned was we have done remove duplicate, right? Favor, tell me another thing you mentioned.
Okay. I've done remove duplicate formatters. Flash fill.
Okay, flash fill.
Okay.
We did flash fill yesterday. But let me see what we could do now. Let me see. What apart from flash fill, what else is there?
Camera, removing blank.
Okay, removing blanks. Apart from that, name others. Let me see.
Convert FXN, sort and filter. And then after those two is just save and exit.
All right. Sort and filter, we'll do that in physical class. It's part of what we'll do in physical class. So that I can close before 11. We'll do flash fill before we call it a night. We'll do convert on the physical class. And okay, let's do flash fill. Let's create a new column so that we can see flash fill very well. So come up to your C column, which is age, and press Control. In fact, just right click. Let's use mouse. Right click and click on Insert to insert a new column. So let's give names, second names to Glory. Let's start from here. Name, last name, and then Glory Vic, and Victor Daniel, Emilia Jackson, Glory Temu, Victor Rita, and then Emilia Wilson. All right. So let me just copy this and paste so that we can. Okay. Let's add another column in front. Now let's call this full name. Right. Now in flash fill, you can merge, you can create a pattern and then tell the system that this is the pattern you want it to help you to run through. And the system will run it for you automatically. Let me make Victor Glory Friday. Let me have something different. All right. So what am I trying to say? But once you type Glory Friday and press enter and press Ctrl E, it does the flash filling for you. Have you seen that? Favor, if you have seen it, give me a thumbs up. All right. Let me do it again. Let me do it again. All right. So this full name, I just wrote Glory Friday and pressed enter. I've given computer the pattern I want it to run. Now press Ctrl E, which is flash fill. So you now fill, if you like, it should be 10 million rows. It will just fill it for you straight. That's why it's called flash fill. It will fill it for you. Okay, Mr. Noble is in the class. Noble, good evening, sir. Noble, good evening, sir. Can you say hi to the class?
Good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm very sorry, I'm just coming in late.
Okay. It's also,
Hello.
we're closing very soon by 11. We'll continue the class physically tomorrow by 12. And then we hit back tomorrow
Okay.
as well by 8 p.m. And then we'll continue till 11. So tomorrow will be day and night marathon training. Thank you for joining us today.
All right. I'll try and make it up again tomorrow. I just came back late, so that's why I'm telling you. Sorry for coming.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
I'll
Okay,
see you here.
Favor, if you understand what I just did, give me a thumbs up, please. All right. Mr. Shola, do you understand flash filling? Please give me a thumbs
Yes,
up.
sir.
All right, beautiful. So we'll stop there for today. Favor, do you have a question? Any question for me before we call it a night?
So my question really is about this conditional forming.
Okay. Where?
So like in this new rule.
Okay. New rule, you need to create it. So we have not touched that yet.
Okay. That will be tomorrow.
Then we'll see how to create new roles. But you must first know how to use the roles that are already there before you know how or what to create as regards new role. Okay. Yes. All right. So at this juncture, I really want to appreciate you and everyone that joined me tonight on this class. We'll meet tomorrow by 12 for our physical class. And then we come back by 8 p.m. the same tomorrow for a continuation of the online classes. Please kindly chat box. Thank you for coming and see you tomorrow.
Wait, excuse me.
Yes, I'm with you.
Please, you think they had a video of our lesson?
Yes, I do.
Okay, can you please send it to me? I would like to review on what we learned.
I'll send you the link.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
So the physical class, are you recording it too?
If need be, we can do the recording.
It's okay, sir.
That's all.
You know, I won't be there. That's why.
Okay.
So
that means we can do the recording now. We'll just record it.
it's okay, sir. So that I
Yes,
can
sir.
always have it.
Yes, sir, please. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes,
Okay. Please start good night. See you tomorrow, please.
All right, good night.
Good night. All right.